What's up, guys? I am Dr. Greg, and welcome back to the Movement Driven Podcast. Today, I have a very special guest with me. I'm super excited about this one. I'll introduce him in a moment, but this is a pretty cool opportunity that Movement Driven has to kind of partner with a brand new sports league here in Jacksonville. And so we got the Jacksonville Competitive Baseball League with its inaugural season this year, opening day on May 15th. And I'm super happy to welcome Jonathan Vazquez, the founder, owner, the extraordinaire of the JCBL. So first of all, Jonathan, thank you for being here. I appreciate it, man. Tell us a little bit about you and your background first, and then we'll get into the JCBL a little bit.
So I'm Jonathan Vazquez. I'm the founder of JCBL. I played baseball for 20 years of my life. At a very young age, I fell in love with baseball like around 12. And by 17, I was getting looked at. I had a Mets scout looking at me, and I thought that was going to be my shot. Obviously, I went through some adversities. I had diabetes, so I almost died twice with diabetes.
Wow.
That kind of slowed down my process. Played till 26. So I had a good career, and then stopped baseball for about 9 years, I would say.
Okay.
But I grew up around a lot of baseball players that, played MLB, and they taught me the game at a different level. And then there's a whole different part of the story, which I don't know if you want me to tell now. But
Go into it.
A guy invites me to play softball, gets me back into playing the game. Then somebody shows up and tells me, hey, I think you still have a shot to kind of play baseball again. Start going.
And you're how old at this point?
I'm 32.
32 at this point.
I'm
okay.
32. And whether what I thought was me going to have a chance back to playing professional baseball or doing something, it might have been God taking me down this route.
Yeah.
But I started grinding again, started getting back in the field, had a shot to go play in West Palm Beach, go to showcases, and that showed me a lot of things that are happening in baseball. Just when I'm about to go to another showcase, have another shot, I get into a car accident.
Okay.
February 13th, I remember that, and it was a week before that showcase. So there I am with another car accident. With another adversity on my life, and now I'm thinking, what am I going to do with my life? Because now here we go again. I went through one adversity, stopped me from baseball. Here goes my second adversity. And it just starts making me think what I can do for baseball and players. And I decided to take a scouting course with SMWW under Dan Evans and Hank Jones. Dan Evans was with the Dodgers, a GM, and Hank Jones was a great scout. Did that, and then I realized I wasn't going to be able to help as many players as I wanted to help. So all of a sudden, the ideas start going, and I'm like, I need to do more for the players. I'm going to build a league. Started off like we're going to build a better league than what it was, the men's league, and then it went to having a trip going to Dubai that changed my whole life.
Okay, tell me about that trip.
Okay, so as I'm taking the course, I decided to reach out to Baseball United. And, I wasn't expecting an answer, to be honest. I'm like, hey, I'm building this. We're going to help players. We're going to get them signed. These are overlooked players that have probably been released. I would love to be a farm league for you guys. Well, Cash Shaki answers me. And then Eddie Diaz, which has become my assessor, my mentor, reaches out to me, I think that same night, and I missed that message. And I'm like, oh my God, they answered me.
Right.
So the next day, the next day I reach out to Eddie, and he answers me and everything. He's in Cancun at this time.
Okay.
And all of a sudden I get invited to Dubai. Cash comes out after that, that meeting we had, and he says, hey, I would like to have you in Dubai. Come out, come watch Baseball United. And that was a whole experience.
That's crazy. And then they're going to be kind of partners with the league in a way, right?
So he mentors me and everything. They're guiding me and all that stuff because obviously Eddie's involved in it.
Yeah.
But we'll see what comes out of that.
I love it. Well, I'm super excited. And as I said before, Movement Driven is going to be the sponsoring physical therapy partner. And so we're going to help take care of these guys throughout the year, make sure they stay strong, make sure they stay healthy. The Jacksonville Competitive Baseball League, from what you've told me, is you want this to really be that second opportunity for guys who feel like they got their shot and they just missed it, but they're not ready to give up yet. So tell me a little bit about how you're recruiting players to play in the league, what kind of players you're looking for, and what we're looking in that route.
Of course. So you said it right. We're giving them a second opportunity, right? These are players that have the skills and just possibly missing something. So we have managers that know what it takes to get to the next level. We help them out, and we when we think they're ready, we take them out to those showcases and give them those opportunities. We're looking for players that, one, are hungry to get back into the pro opportunities, or if they didn't, they were just players that have been missed. So
not drafted out of college.
Exactly, not drafted. Nobody, a scout might have missed them, or they've never been seen. That happens a lot.
Or injury history that just hampered their career
so far.
Exactly.
So then we've had minor league baseball players that I believe a player's not done at 19, 20, 21, 22. Many of these players don't know there's other opportunities out there. So whether it's locally here, whether it's taking them to the MLB Partner League tryouts, whether it's international, we just got Florian signed to Japan.
Nice.
You know, he was a guy who went through a whole 1 year struggle of going through everything. He never quit. You know, and now he got his opportunity. And those are the guys we're looking for.
I love that. I love that. So, and who knows what's to come for the rest of these guys after this season, obviously. So let's talk about the season coming up. We talked about the players. We got 4 teams. Give the people the names of the teams, because I love the team names.
So the 4 teams is the Donut Stealers, the Popcorn Runners, the Jammin' Tacos, and the Muffin Freaks.
Well, how'd you come up with that? What were you thinking there?
So number one, I'm a foodie. I used to own a restaurant. I've always been a foodie. I come from families that you know, were in the cooking business. So, and number 2, baseball. And then I'm just thinking about kids.
Yeah.
So I did marketing for 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, how do I pair all these things together? Plus, I had a business called the Philomuffin. So that started the Muffin Freak. That was my first team.
That was the first one. Okay.
Then I'm like, well, what else can I do? I mean, I like donuts. I'm a diabetic. I shouldn't, but I like donuts. So the Donut Stealers, I'm like, it has to have something that also goes with baseball.
Right.
The Popcorn Runners, popcorn, I mean, you know, sometimes you find it, and then the running, because you're running the bases.
Right.
And then Jammin' Tacos is just music, you know, and I love tacos. You will see me eating a lot of tacos. And that's just how everything came along, just being creative and thinking about the kids too. Because if we have games and we don't have the kids getting involved or anything, I think we're not hitting the spot.
No, and you know, like obviously we have the Jacksonville Shrimp here, but there's not a pro team. Baseball is definitely one of the major sports. We're in Florida, baseball, football, we're outside all year long. So I think that's a great idea. And just for anybody listening, go to the website, go to their social media, check out these uniforms. They're the bright colors. They're going to be handing out stuff to the kids as they come out. So a great way to get the family out here, enjoy some baseball. I'm super excited to bring my kids. He already gave me some patches for the kids, and they have them in their rooms. They love those things.
That's awesome.
I think we got the Muffin Freaks at home, and I think you gave me I think a couple of teams that you're saving for as you grow, right? There's 4 other teams in waiting, right? Yeah. So tell me a little about like the format. Like I know there's 4 teams to start out with, and hopefully obviously the goal is to grow over the next several years. But we got 4 teams. What's the format of the season? What's playoffs? What's all that going to be like?
So it's, for the first season, it's going to be a little shorter than what we anticipated to be. Obviously, if we want these guys competing at that level, it's going to become more games. But for this year, it's going to be 20 games. They're going to have playoffs and championships.
Cool.
We had intended to do a home run derby and everything, but obviously we've had to navigate through some things. So we're just keeping these guys active, get them in those games. And then during the week, these guys will also be playing games, competing versus college teams, semi-pro teams, just to keep them active. Friday, Saturday, we're trying to stay with the fans, get the fans involved out here, get the kids out here, just so they get familiar with what we're doing.
So the seasonal run, I know we mentioned at the beginning, inaugural day is an opening day is May 15th, right?
May 15th.
And that's going to be right here. No, that's going to be at Ford Family Field, I think.
Ford Family from 4 p.m. all the way up to 9:30.
I love it. So bring the family out on that Friday afternoon, guys. So let's talk a little bit about it. We got 3 fields we're going to be playing at this season. So we're at one of them, Greenland Park.
We're
right
one
here.
of them, Greenland Park. This has been the field that I've been blessed with. Lance has done a good job here from the Arrows Youth Group, and he's helped me, you know, build this little by little. But then we're also working with Fort Family, and then eventually we'll be working with JP Smalls.
Cool. So we got 3 locations kind of spread out throughout Jacks. So wherever you are, there's gonna be a place for you to come check out a game that's close to you.
Correct.
Now, you mentioned Friday and Saturday. There's gonna be 3 games every weekend.
So it's only going to be Friday, Saturday,
Okay.
or Friday, Sunday. Depends the availability of the parks.
Mm-hmm.
Double headers.
Gotcha.
So it's both days.
Both days.
And
so
then
4 games each weekend.
Correct. During the week, there will be some games that we had to make up because we had to shorten the season from May 11th all the way till July 15th.
Gotcha. So there will be some, and then like you said, there will be some scrimmage type games against other local competition. That's cool. All right, so let's go back to the players a little bit. So you mentioned a lot of these guys are guys that got their shot and just missed it for whatever reason, and they want another chance, or guys that just were overlooked in the scouting system and they're not ready to give it up yet. But tell me a little bit about, obviously you said your main goal is to get these guys their second chance, but a lot of that comes with development.
Correct.
So what are the plans? What do you guys have in place to really work on development? I know you brought Armando in, who's a really good throwing coach, rotational athlete coach. So tell us a little bit about plans of how to develop these guys while they're in town.
Of course. So as you know, the minor league system now just has taken players, and basically these players, back then, a player would have to go through a few years before he went to the big leagues. The way we're going to be developing these players is basically you get the reps in, ground balls, cages, hitting, running, everything that's fundamental for baseball. But my managers that have played this game for years know exactly how to help these guys. So there's going to be a grind. I'm not as easy on these guys now because we expect to a certain level that you can perform at a pro level. So what does that take? 200, 300 swings a day, ground balls every day, working on the small stuff that may seem dumb to others, but major leaguers do this.
That's what gets you the next. That's what separates the people with natural talent from the people that make it to the league.
Correct. I was one of those guys. I was sometimes in Puerto Rico, I was 5 or 6 hours in the field. That's how much I wanted to be out there. Even when I tried making my own comeback, I was 3 or 4 hours back on the field, swinging 200 baseballs a day, fielding and doing everything I had to. That's what I want from these guys. Perfection, like not perfection, because baseball is not a perfect game.
Well, you fail 7 out of 10 times, you're still a great.
But when you're failing, I want you to get the idea of what you're doing and what can we do to get where you need to be. So that's what we're gonna do for you.
Yeah. So just giving the atmosphere of, if everybody's working hard, creating that culture, having these former managers. Let's while we're talking about that, let's expand on that. Talk to me about the 4 managers that you have for this inaugural season.
Yeah. So we have Gilbert Rondon, who was a pitcher for the Houston Astros. Great experience, has had over 40 years of baseball experience, great pitching coach. We got a local, Eric Owen, who did independent ball and had a few major leaguers under him right now. Also a guy who knows the game very well. We have Peter Montalvo, who we still haven't seen him. So guy was a minor league umpire. His dad played baseball in the big leagues, and just a guy with full knowledge that wants the best for these players. And then now we have John Peters. So John Peters will be taking over the Muffin Freaks.
All right.
And when we talk about that, we give opportunities to people and overlook people. This guy knows the game. He shows up. He wants to help players, and that's what we're about. People that want to help these players, and we give opportunities from the coaches all the way to the players.
Yeah, because like these guys might still be looking to advance their careers as well, probably. Yeah. So let's get a little bit from kind of my side and how I'm going to be working with the guys. So everybody listening to movement driven kind of stuff is aware. So I wanted to come aboard selfishly, honestly. Like when we first met, I told him, like, I've been itching to kind of get back into baseball. For those of you that don't know, baseball is my main sport growing up. From Florida through college, I was playing as well. And before I moved up here and started Movement Driven, I had the opportunity to work for the Miami Marlins physical therapist and run one of his clinics in South Florida. And so I was getting guys from all different levels, college, minors, major league, coming in to see me. And I genuinely miss working with baseball players. So when I saw this league starting, I reached out to Jonathan. I'm like, let me be a part of this somehow. And I gave him some treatment. I did good enough. He liked what I had to say and how I helped his back a little bit. And so the guys are going to be, we talk about developing them, right? So I think from my standpoint, I want to make sure that they're getting the same quality of care that they would get in the minors or even in the majors. not touting myself too much, but trying to be as close to that as we can. And so I'm looking forward to working with these guys on arm care and joining with Armando and really getting them to find their inadequacies and strengthen them so that when they do get that next opportunity, they have that foundation of, well, this is what I have to do to prevent injury. Right. So I don't know what else I'm going to ask you because I kind of just answered everything. But how do you see us working together throughout this next few months?
I think having you is number one, a blessing, because like you said, it's not just on the field. It's everything off the field too, how these guys are going to take care of themselves, arm care. You know, you took care of my back, helped me be more mobile and everything. So mobility, they're blessed. I mean, to get what you're getting at this level, right? Because to other people right now, we're just the bottom, but we're performing, or we're thinking that we're going to be at that high level. Right. It starts from what we're doing right now. Yeah. And having you and, with your experience and everything, these guys are blessed.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you saying that. I wasn't looking for anything like that, but I'm excited because I think it does speak to what you're trying to build and you said it just now. It's like, yeah, this is an independent league. It's nothing special in the grand scheme of things yet. Yeah. But when you treat it with that sense of professionalism and that dedication, and you're bringing in guys that know their craft really well, I think it's going to be a really good partnership overall, John, not just from my standpoint, but for everybody that's coming in. I'm really excited for you, Jonathan. This guy's been working really hard. So come out and support this JCBL. This guy's been killing it. When was the idea? What was the date that you started?
So February 13, I got my car accident.
Right.
Then a week later, I go to the showcase. I hang up my gloves. So basically March
of last year. Guys, this guy's been just grinding for what, 14 months now, or if not even 13, going on 14. This is going to be really cool. And I always say, like, there's not enough sport type things to take your kids to. Like, you obviously got the Jags, you got the Shrimp, the Icemen, but like, I'm used to coming from South Florida where you got everything down there. So I'm super excited to just be able to go out on a Friday night or Saturday night with the kids and see some good baseball. Anything else you want to add? So like, what can people expect when they do come out to the games? What should people expect when they come out? What are you going to have for the fans? Any type of things to attract people out here?
So we're currently working on that one. But number one is the kids. The kids get to go, if they come early enough, we're gonna let them get on the field, obviously under supervision, and catch some ground balls with the players. We want kids to fall in love with the game again. I mean, you do go to a minor league game and you do all these things, but the kids don't really get to experience that like full love of the game, or these players actually really paying attention to them. And I think that's something we're gonna change. I think having the fans involved is really important. And, whether it's games or whatever we can get for the fans to be involved, that's what we're going to do.
I love it. All about the kids, getting people to love baseball again. So yeah, I mean, we'll close it here. Jonathan, I appreciate you coming out, or I appreciate you letting us come out to you. I think what you're building here is really something special. I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm excited to help these guys learn their craft from an injury prevention standpoint and increasing velocity, all that good stuff. But yeah, opening day, like I said, Friday, May 15th. You said 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Get the kids out here, start going. It's going to go to 9:30. We got 2 games that night, 2 games to Saturday. So the first one will be at Ford Family Field, like you said. Will Saturday be here at Greenland?
Right here.
Perfect. So May 16th, right here at Greenland Park. So if you're in Jacksonville, if you love sports, you love baseball, you want something to do with the kids, this is a great opportunity to get some baseball in, have some fun with the family, and I think it's going to be awesome. So for anybody who has questions, follow them on their social media, JCBL. What's the actual handle?
So JCBL 904.
There you go, JCBL 904 on Instagram. They'll be posting, I'm sure, throughout the season, highlights and all that good stuff. And anything else you want to add in?
No, of course. It's gonna be a fun crew that I've been working with. A lot of people that come out to help me, like you. Inside the Foul podcast, they're going to be doing our live games and everything. Yeah. So that's also,
they're going to be in here like broadcasting.
They're going to be broadcasting the games. Yeah, we've got cameras and everything. Plus, the players are getting the metric cameras, and it's just a lot. It's going to be a lot. It's our first season, So anybody who comes out, we appreciate it. There's been a lot of work to this, but I think we have a great team for everybody who has been put in our lives. You know, the guys who have helped, that's a blessing, and we just hope to see people out here.
Well, I'm happy to be a part of it, and it's something I'm really excited for. So yeah, again, if you're listening to the podcast, May 15th, May 16th, that's the opening weekend. Come out and support. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys, and it's only going to grow from there. So first season, we'll get it in, and then who knows? Sky's the limit after that. So again, thank you, Jonathan, and we'll catch you guys next time on the Movement Driven Podcast. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for tuning in to the Movement Driven Podcast with Dr. Greg Goldberger. Want to see how we're helping people in Jacksonville bridge the gap between pain and performance? Head on over to movementdriven.com. Until next time, keep moving, stay driven.